Question is, for anybody that doesn't see, the question is, how do you overcome the yips?
So what position?
So I'm a pitcher, and like my junior season was very rough to say the least. I had, I think, a 10 ERA. Like I could not throw a strike to save my life. And it got to a point where I was benched for a freshman in a playoff game that we had to win. So, but like I just want to know how to get back to that point where I'm consistently throwing strikes.
Like I said, I'll go with some like general tips that have kind of worked for people. In terms of like different relaxation techniques, as a big part to kind of bring yourself back to the present moment as best you can. Typically when we're getting like nervous and anxious, it's going to be like very outcome, like future focused of like what the ball is going to do. And that can kind of get the mind racing a lot and very nervous in the situation. And then another one's having some more external focus or cues. So when we like choke or like have the yips, we tend to go and get very internal with our thoughts and what's going on. So like different feels, different things. So like whether it's our heart rate, our thoughts. So if we can get a little bit more external with them. So like vision or sound or like even the feel of something. I know Tyler Masick, I think I'm saying his last name correctly. Like he was someone who was with the Braves when they won the World Series, but before that he had a massive case of the yips. And for him, it was actually like the feeling of the ball was his way to get a little bit more external in his hand. Like it was, he actually felt the ball out of his fingertips, and that was his like cue to help him get back to actually being a very dominant pitcher for the Braves, and helping him win that World Series run.
Do you have issues just playing catch right now?
Not right now, but it got to a point where last year, like even during practice, like I couldn't, like I was so scared that I was going to overthrow somebody.
So if you're having issues with like playing catch, even at all, that would be the first place I would start, because the mound is where everything's going to go to fall apart, in my opinion. And then you add the pressure of like a coach that's ready to take you out of the game, and another a guy that is in the batter's box, and then a runner at second. It's like, all right, now you're destined to fail if you're not comfortable yet. And so there's a couple of things I like to do. Is one, I like to start with making it really simple. Maybe you even take out the person you're playing catch with. So if you were in our office right now, I'd probably walk you right onto the floor and say, hey, we're gonna start having you just take a plyo ball and start playing catch into the wall. Like, and I don't care if it's a 5-ounce ball. I don't care if it's a 9-ounce ball. I might even go heavier with the ball, just to give you a different kind of stimulus for your brain. And then I might toss you a football and say, hey, I want you to go play catch with the football for a little bit, and just have fun playing catch with the football. My guess is that you probably don't play a lot of catch with the football, and it's probably going to be all over the place. It's going to be kind of wild. And that is what I like, because now you're not, if you think about the way I think about our motor learning and like how our brain structures these things, is you get these patterns in your brain of like, hey, this is what it's supposed to be with a 5-ounce ball. And then you see guys start to move differently with a 9-ounce ball or like a football or anything like that. And that is not only like different movement patterns in my mind, but it's also different emotional connections to those patterns. So breaking those patterns is really important for me, because we want to change your brain. We want your brain to be in a whole new state because you've associated a 5-ounce ball with anxiety, pain, like all these emotions. We want to start to move away from that. So I would say, play with football and realize that you're probably going to duck the crap out of it at the beginning, and then just have fun with it. Just like get back to like what is enjoyable. And I know as a pitcher myself, like I just love to throw a ball. Like I just loved to throw a baseball. It was like one of the things, like when I go play a catch with my friends or like rehabbing our athletes every once in a while, it's like I just have so much fun with it. And I imagine that you probably don't have that much fun anymore compared to what you used to have. So finding how you can have more fun with just playing catch with a football or a weighted ball or plyo balls, and then slowly get back to a baseball and just be like, hey, this is fun. And like be with a friend that, or a coach or a family member that you can play catch with, that you can have some fun with, and be like, all right, I'm going to take your head off on these next ones. I often think, like when I'm talking with our athletes and patients, it's like, Anxiety is worrying about the future. Depression is worrying about the past. If you are in the moment, if you are present, you can't be thinking about the other things. Can you juggle?
Not really. No.
Okay. Juggling is one of my favorite activities over the last like 3 years because it forces people to be present. This will be a good tool for you just to be able to be comfortable in the moment.
Definitely. Thank you guys.